You found the Mjut meadow. Watch out for the Mjut. Freezy frozed. The night's your chance to be sneaky. Now that the Mjut is back in the pen, it seems calm, but Noko is still concerned.
Andro?
She says the Mjut is still anxious, but fortunately she knows just the thing it needs to calm down.
Dere, Andro?
The Mjut once found and ate a bonbon gummy by mistake, and that the chewing really calmed it down.
Andro? Asana yotpa. Beri?
She says that you should find some bonbon gummies for the Mjut by the crossway. At least, that's where she found some last time.
Andro? Aldo. Beri?
She figures the choosies from the old world are made from gummy trees, but wouldn't be surprised if they were actually made from some chemical concoction, though.
Pialtuma. Kanamunt.
Says there's an interesting place nearby that no one knows about, but doesn't really want to talk about it right now. Not sure if you're likable enough to be let in on it. Won't be charmed that easily. Says it'll remain secret. Says that sometimes it's good to question the big. Says you. You need to show your mount who's boss. A crossway. This means you have a choice to make. Which way? Couldn't just be open, eh? Wheel the control box handles to buzz the wire. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Wired up and ready to go. Smart to protect your melon. Now that's respectable. A story has got to keep moving forward. Don't tip over. Not a good place to dance. Nothing simple. It's locked. Cranks like these usually need to be wound to operate the dispenser. Just a few moves left. Make them count. What you see is what you get. Once it's out of the blind box, that is. You flick the switches in order to green-light the current and activate the electrons in the panel. Good. The loop is electrified enough to spark. The mountains are closer to the sun, right? With its attention diverted to the chewy bonbon gummy, the Mjut calms down. But Noko is still concerned. She's relieved the Mjut has calmed down, but you'll need a heavier sit-tight to ride it than the one she's got. The only sit-tight she can think of that would be heavy enough is one she's spotted mounted on an old-world mecha Mjut. If she remembers correctly, she spotted it at the Smilo Shopperia while scavenging for treats for the gnotes. That's not so far away. Seems the old world had plenty to offer, and all in one place for those obsessed with material things. Almost too much, if you ask her. Noko is always willing to help. Biohazard makes your skin crawl. You need to line up the switches so they match. Just a few moves left. Make them count. Good. That's enough electric current to initiate the actuators and activate the framework. You don't see that in the shops. The mountains make for hard climbing. Nice find. That's an odd thing, don't you think? Now hold on, sit tight. Isn't that the Mjut over there? You need to loosen the bolts without rattling the Mjut. That's it. The sit-tight is loose. Time to stop horsing around and get the sit-tight back to Noko. Now that the Mjut's got a mouthful of bon gummy and the brand new sit-tight is in place, the Mjut is ready to ride.
Andro?
Noko's been training another fantabulous little critter that'll hopefully become a distraction for the hoof puff when you confront it. She's called them glitter moths, and the best way to find them is to go talk to Mito. She's asked him to keep them somewhere safe. You'll find Mito at Bright Light. He's a light-headed fellow, but hopefully he'll remember where he stored the moths. He's been able to literally shed some light in the darkness for her over the years, but also because of his cheerful manner. Noko is always willing to help. Noko is always willing. Any sun is way better than none.
gandum.
Let's see. With the world getting darker by the day, there's not much time left to save it, and even though you've just met, he feels you're bound to play a huge part in that. Says there's so much darkness to deal with. Rather than curse it, he makes lamps to fight it. You've found your way through the darkness. You shine like the sun in the sky, but will you use that power to warm the world or burn it? Hopes you see how much good you can do with power like that, and how easy it is to let it drive you mad. No matter where your path takes you, though, it's important to remember where you came from. The past bright lights the present. Wonders if you know how much of an effect you've had upon the world. Your presence changes things like light changes darkness. Did you realize that when choosing where to shine? Says he can see that in the way you brighten everything up. So happy you know you're helping brighten the world. There's plenty of it that's still worth saving. Whatever happens to the world, you shone as bright as you could. That matters more than you know. Says you did the right thing in taking up with the myriad. They buy lots of his lamps. That's a tribe that believes in the bright things in the world. It's clear you do. Nothing shines as bright as being right. Says he can see by the twinkle in your eyes that you're not here to talk about your allies. He assumes you are here to be enlightened. He can't blame you, as everything just feels dark and hopeless these days. There's something about you, like you're knit together. Your fate's connected. What you've said, he feels too. So why not call him Me Too? He senses you're like the dayfly, living every day like it's your last, afraid that when night comes, it might be proved right. Believes no one is entirely dark. Even the worst have a spark of good in them. Mjut says he's not only into those who shine bright, he likes things that glitter too. He reckons you haven't seen a glitter moth, and says it's about time you did. Even though they're nesting near gone grass, they never run out of glow. Finding yourself a glitter moth would give you that glimmer of hope you need to continue all the way to the end. Glows with delight at your bright passion for the light. No time to graze, let's go. This place is called Brightlight. Mjut lives close by. Says to not... They used to call this a thoroughfare. Look at all those old homes. This story is about a hero. Move the arm to make the needle fit the groove. Give it another try. This plastivinyl clue in a chit-chat code. Lucky I'm still old enough to decipher it. It's about an undercovered place, just a trip-trek not far from here. You need to unturn the pipe tightness to drain the flush stool. Just a few moves left. Make them count. That's the kind of trouble you really want to wash away. The day is here. So much damage. That place there's a real fixer-upper, not an entirely lost cause. You need to swivel the globus's bearings. Just a few moves left. Make them count. You're drenched to your skin. There's something there. Skronkers. Fine time to be outside. Nice and steady. Glittermoth Cave is right here. Better get moving before the day passes you by. That's enough glittermoths to make her plan work. She wants you to stop worrying about the paths you've ridden and focus on the inevitable road ahead, the one that leads to confrontation with the World Eater. The hoof puff is evidence of the duality of evolution, utterly beautiful and grotesque at the same time.
It's intended.
She means that the hoof puff has had more time to eat at the root as it's been isolated in the Knoopstonies mountains.
Arialoche nui mumera, kana munta.
So, Based on that alone, she reckons it has suffered as much damage as the northwest route that's hidden beneath the surf. Everything in nature is dual, and so is evolution as it struggles to find balance in creation. She wonders what could be more beautiful than imperfection. Even in the summer, there's snow in the mountains. Don't give up now. That monster... Are you scared yet? It's getting dark. The Ankati fortress. Breathe slowly if you can. The gatekeeper says non-allies are open prey this close to their fort. You better watch yourself. Says their door is always open for anyone willing to join their cause.
Epasi, sisisumoro a katira, maliaruno matua, silele, mawa, letele.
The Ankati tribe believe that solidarity is what is needed to keep the world in balance. They're steadfast in their conviction to unite the tribes and move forward together as one. The Sifu is convinced that defeating the World Eaters and helping the Tree of Life is the only way you can survive. He welcomes you to the Ankati fort and introduces himself as the tribe's Sifu. The Sifu says he's got word you already picked a side. However, remember that uniting the tribes means inclusion. You deserve a chance to change your mind. Their tribe is chosen for the salvation of the world. He now understands that you look on the world from the bright side, like they do. He sees no other way forward for you than joining them. Betraying your own feelings is even worse than betraying others.
Popolo maniana, amawana, diorima sinsti bineaup.
Deciding to look after the world is to look after yourself. It is only then you can truly care for all things. You can only appreciate the beauty of nature if the tree is saved.
Ala kapiminti lanu muana, ukanawa.
The Sifu welcomes you to their tribe. Now that you've chosen their side, he's hopeful you can unite the other tribes. The ones you should coerce first are your former allies.
Ukanawa, sefe setiga.
He's glad to hear you've come to your senses. The world needs support and you'd better prepare to help. It's going to be a struggle.
Sefe setiga, a otto fantasi e le fale fafia.
Their kin have run out of options and found themselves backed into a corner. Even those who desire peace have been forced to prepare for war.
Talo sagatele, zonki da bibari.
They might bring them war, but they'll never take away their inner peace. He wants you to focus. These are the new rival outposts your tribe needs to take control of. He says you'll regret not being on their side. The only way you'll learn their secrets, Wung Fu and the tribe weapon now, is if you defeat him. And that will never happen.
A funky donkey Danny.
You both have gentle minds, so they want to wage a gentle war. A war that bonds as much as it breaks.
Popolo, ay nay, alu ay ah.
Tells you not to be afraid. Your fate cannot be taken from you. Claim the rival outposts and earn the right to wield the tribe weapon.
Kopi amasuti.
Once you've dealt with the rivals' outposts, you'll challenge their Sifu to unite their tribe with yours and let your kin share land again.
Ukanawa, epasi kopi amasuti.
You were all